Edward's a vampire, and it's clean, no STDs or anything.
Well, Jacob doesn't have STDs.
Well, he's more likely to have them.
What is that? Why? Why?
Because vampires don't come, I don't think.
It is the start of a new month, which means that I am doing my monthly giveaway for 5 brand new books because this video is sponsored by Book of the Month. Book of the Month is a super popular and fast-growing online book service. Their mission is to promote new and emerging authors. Their team goes through hundreds of book options in a curated selection of new and early release titles so that you can spend more time reading and less time researching. You can skip any month, any time, and you will not have to pay any charges. They sent me this month's books. The first is Mexican Gothic. This is a horror book with themes about colonialism, and it definitely would have been my top pick for this month's box. We also have The Beauty in Breaking. This is a memoir about a Black ER doctor's life. It follows all of her hopes and her heartbreaks throughout her journey. We have The Shadows, which is a creepy thriller book that is based on urban myths. We have Big Friendship, which is another memoir that explores female friendships and is written by 2 podcast hosts. Lastly, we have Head Over Heels, which is a romance book between 2 gymnastic athletes. I ended up adding this one to my TBR because it ended up looking really cute. The giveaway link will be in my description below, but if you want these books guaranteed, you can get your first book at a discounted price for $9.99 if you use my code READWITHCINDY. Now on to the rest of the video.
Before we start this video, I have to add why we are together in close proximity and why I am over at your house instead of social distancing. But the reason why I'm here is because Elias and I went to a protest yesterday and it got pretty late that by the time we tried to go back home, the last train had already left. I ended up having to sleep over at his place instead, and I figured now that we've consummated our relationship, we can do the BOOKTUBE boyfriend tag, right? We'll answer each other's questions.
I mean, we finally slept together, so.
Yeah. The first question is, how long have we been dating?
Should we tell them?
We met 2 years ago.
Oh my god, has it been 2 years?
I think so.
Jesus Christ.
You hit me up on Instagram because you saw that I was in the area. So our first date was in a Vietnamese restaurant.
Yeah, we ate some pho. It was really nice.
Yeah, and then we fucked as well. Then we got boba, we went to a bookstore, and then you invited me over to your place. And I was like, I usually don't do that on a first date, but I mean, might as well. So
was it worth it? Did it turn you on?
I think it was okay because like we did it in the dark, so it wasn't like as bad. There was only like minimal amount of crying afterwards, so we were good.
Yeah, from me.
After we filmed our first video together and we met, literally right after that, you came out as gay.
Yeah,
like, you came out of the closet.
I announced it in the video and then to my family and everything. You sent me a message saying that you made that video because of what we did, huh?
Yeah. After we spent the night together, you had an epiphany. Wow.
Mind blown.
I definitely don't want to tap that.
Scar for life.
Number 2, are you a reader?
I don't know. I don't know. None of these
know.
books are mine.
These are just posters, right?
I got rid of like maybe 70 to 100. I think last year.
Wow.
I thought I had around 600, but I have around 700 and up.
Wow. Wait, how many do you think you have like now in this room?
Around 700. I bought these books specifically so, you know, I can show them off.
To lure me in, right?
Yeah.
To your bedroom.
And it worked.
Yes, it did. It did. Oh no, number 3 is too soon. What Hogwarts house are you in? I would put you in Gryffindor.
I was going to say Ravenclaw.
Really?
I think more of...
But Ravenclaws are supposed to be smart. Okay, what about me? What house do you think I'm in?
I think she would be a fucking Hufflepuff.
Why? No
this?
offense to Hufflepuff.
So lovable and cute. You be a Gryffindor.
Why? I don't think I'm brave.
You're brave to sleep with me, so.
Well, I actually consider...
Okay, you want the truth? Slytherin.
You know, I actually took the quiz recently.
You did?
Yeah.
What were you?
You know what I got? Can you guess?
If you say Ravenclaw, I want to kill you.
I literally got Ravenclaw.
No, you didn't!
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
I did. I have a video. You can check. You can see I was
It's
devastated.
broken. She's not a Ravenclaw.
I agree.
There's no way.
I think I'm a mixture of Slytherin and Ravenclaw. I used to be more ambitious as a Slytherin, but not anymore.
I feel like I went through all the houses with you.
Yeah. Dumbledore. I would rather be in Ravenclaw now that I think about it. I've accepted it because I feel like I would rather be friends with Ravenclaw people than Slytherin people.
I do too. Gryffindor sounds also really fun. You know, just like
I feel like
at a
Gryffindor,
party.
they would always put you in danger because they're always trying to save the world, you know?
But aren't most YA characters like that anyway?
But I don't want to be a YA character.
You want to be a stereotype is what you're saying.
I'll be Cho Chang.
Oh my god.
Cho Chang is a Ravenclaw too.
Oh really?
So we're just adding to the stereotype.
Damn. Damn, we are.
Let's move on before I get too sad.
Okay.
Ooh, this is hard because even I don't know the answer. What is my most anticipated book, either this year or next year?
One of your most anticipated books is a book by Leigh Bardugo.
But what book is she coming out
She's
with?
coming out with a new series in the not Ravenclaw, the Grishaverse.
She is?
Yeah. Yeah.
What? I didn't know that. Oh, like Six of Crows 3 or something?
Yeah, or something.
I
like
did
that.
see her like talk about that, but I don't even know if I would want a Six of Crows 3 because I feel like the second book like ended so well.
What if it was with like one or two of the same characters plus like a whole new multitude?
Oh, that's not the same. I just want to keep it like contained within these this duology. This question is hard because I don't know what.
Yeah,
what
I feel
book I'm
like
anticipating.
you don't really talk about like any exciting releases.
I don't really keep up with releases because there's already so many books that have been published that I want to read first.
So this question is irrelevant.
I don't know what your anticipated book would be. That new book by Riley Sager. The book that has a black and green cover.
Yeah, I had that book. I forgot what the fuck was it called again.
Okay, I guess it wasn't that anticipated. You couldn't remember.
No, I just can't. All of a sudden, can't remember it.
Wait, Call Down the Hawk is already published, right?
Yeah.
But I think that's going to be a series, right? So maybe you would be looking forward to the sequel for that?
I'm looking forward to it, but it's not my most anticipated anymore. I've been just really disappointed in Maggie Stiefvater lately, not gonna lie.
I don't know the tea on her. You'll have to update me after this video.
No, actually, not gonna lie, I'm not really... There isn't really anything super concrete or anything new.
Okay, so...
Very stale, just like our relationship.
Ooh, this one, I don't know if you'll get it. You technically would know the answer, but you forget things very easily. What was the last book I read?
Oh, fuck!
Yeah, you would know it, right?
I saw this on your Bookstagram page.
Exactly. So you technically seen it, but you're not going to remember
a
it.
yellow cover, right? What is the first letter of the title? Like, not
I.
The I?
Yeah.
I know it has a yellow cover. That's all. That's all I can say.
The last book that I read was a nonfiction collection of essays called I Don't Want to Die Poor.
Yeah, I would not have guessed that.
Yeah. I try to read nonfiction regularly, but people only remember when I read about Fairy Dick. They don't remember any of like the nonfiction books I read.
It is memorable if you still remember it, so must be good.
Yeah. I don't know what the last book you read is because you are in the middle of reading a lot of books that like you haven't gotten around to finishing.
True.
Like you started these series a long time ago and now you're trying to read them.
I did tell you a book I finished.
Yeah, but that's because you think I pay attention to you. Wait. Ooh. You finished a thriller book, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
You did. I don't remember what the title was, but you really liked it.
I'm thinking of ending things.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's becoming a Netflix movie, I believe, with Toni Collette.
Okay, I remember that. You mentioned that in the car. The rest of the night was such a blur between us. This one is easy. What's my favorite book?
I'm gonna have to think on this. I don't know. Does it have to do with something with the letter 6?
Maybe with ravens? Not ravens, but ours are both bird related because yours is The Raven Cycle.
Yeah, yours is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo.
This one is easy too. What is my favorite? Wait, well, is it easy? What is my favorite book genre? Even I don't really know. Yours is fantasy.
Okay,
with thrillers being a very close top genre.
I feel like yours is gonna be literary fiction.
I'm leaning more towards that nowadays, I feel.
Because I'm going off from what you're telling me about sort of reading nonfiction and a lot of like sort of like the books that you read now.
I feel like a lot of people associate more like YA and fantasy books with me because those videos do the most popular.
Yeah.
But like half of the books that I read throughout the year are like nonfiction or literary. I'm just a boring bitch. That's it. Oh, I don't even know the answer to this one. How much time do I usually spend reading?
I feel like you spend most of your time reading and doing other things in between. If you're gonna commute, when you did go to work, you would listen to like an audiobook, or if you're like doing something, because I know that you don't. I know
just read in the middle of the day.
Yeah, I know you.
Because we had a conversation about.
We did
this.
have a conversation about this.
I turned down a live show from someone who shall not be named. Because she was problematic.
Most of the time you do listen to a lot of audiobooks too.
I've been listening to audiobooks more now because libraries are closed, but I also like to try to read for an hour in bed before I go to sleep. I don't try to look at my laptop or anything like that. Yeah. So last night when we were doing it, I was reading a book.
Oh, what book are we reading?
Get the top book over there.
This one?
Yeah. So the book that I was reading was I'm Thinking of Ending Things. As for you, I don't know actually. It's hard because I don't pay attention to you.
See, this is like a one-sided relationship. Me putting in all the effort and love, and she's just like, just hit it and quit it.
You don't read consistently. Like, you don't read for like an hour every day. I think you do it in like large bursts. Like, you'll hold off till like later on, and then you'll read like a huge chunk in one day.
Sums up about relationships. So.
Yeah.
You're right though, because I do get mood swings. I'm a mood reader. So if all of a sudden I feel like I get a lot of burnouts, I read all that and then I stop and I don't read for like a week or two and then I do that again.
That's why it's hard for me to answer, because there's no like average amount that you read per day.
No, there is not. I don't specify like a specific reading amount.
What is one thing you notice about my reading habits? For example, watching TV, listening to music, etc.
You do none of those things.
Sometimes I'll listen to like lo-fi music while I read in bed, but not all the time. I don't know if I have any specific habits while reading.
Very basic. Very boring.
I think your habit is when you have to buddy read. Or like you have a live show.
Yeah, because I don't want to be confined, or I don't know, I just hate the feeling of forcing myself to read something that I'm not in the mood to read.
Yeah,
it's the worst thing ever, and I get so lazy, and I'm just a huge procrastinator.
Yeah, so usually when you do a live show for a book, you'll read that book on the day of or the day beforehand. Even when you have to film a YouTube original BookTube episode. What book should I read sometime soon?
I want you to read A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihira.
Oh, yeah. People have been telling me to read it.
Not because it's like one of my favorite books, but just because you read a lot of literary fiction. I feel like it's a different form of literary fiction. I feel like there's a lot of character relationships and developments that's just really interesting to read about, that garners like 20-30 years with these characters and their relationships with each other and how they affect other people in their lives.
Yeah, a lot of people have been telling me to read it. I've only been putting it off because it's 700 pages, so I feel like I have to be in the right mindset.
That's true.
For that.
It's a very emotional, very heavy, traumatic book.
With like last night. Didn't you cry while reading that?
I did. I cried.
Damn.
It was devastating.
Just like last night. I think you should read Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng, because I think it would benefit you to read more Asian authors. And I think Everything I Never Told You seems more similar to what you like compared to her other book. Because her other book, Little Fires Everywhere, is basically like suburban family drama. Whereas Everything I Never Told You, I think like this girl gets murdered and then like there's like more of a mystery behind it. So that kind of seems
I do
like
have
more...
it, so I do plan on reading it.
Yeah. What book would you consider reading? What? What kind of question is that? I think this is meant for like illiterate boyfriends.
What about like what problematic book would you consider a reading?
Oh.
Juicy question.
What problematic books are there?
There's American Dirt.
No. So the thing is about problematic books is that I never even cared about reading them in the first place.
That's true.
So it's
okay,
like...
if you were forced to read one problematic book, what would it be?
Maybe I'll read Twilight, because that seems like it'll be easy to read through.
Okay, that's a fair answer.
What problematic book would you consider reading?
Probably finishing The Goblet of Fire by Harry Potter.
No, I wouldn't. That book is thick. Superhero or supervillain? Would I be a superhero or a supervillain?
I think you'd be an anti-hero.
Oh, you know what? I took one of those character tropes quiz and I got anti-hero as well.
So this is how I know you.
I think you would be a superhero. For some reason, I still associate you with Gryffindor.
I think I would be neither.
Well, you have to choose because that's the question. Superhero or supervillain?
I think I would be the reluctant superhero.
Okay.
I don't like putting myself in situations where all the attention is focused
Definitely.
on myself.
Well, okay, maybe a sidekick?
I don't like being a sidekick either.
Oh, okay.
I don't like being
me.
the center of attention, and I don't like being someone else's problem
shadow?
solver. Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't.
So fickle. Okay, so the last one is something that we're gonna do differently instead, because the last one was like, ask your significant other booktube terms. Like, what does booktube mean? What does reading slump mean? What does TBR mean?
Okay.
Obviously, we can't do that because
we already know.
We're both booktubers. So what I'm doing instead is fuck, marry, kill with bookish characters that are well known. Edward, Jacob, or Jasper from Twilight?
I would kill Jasper because he's sort of irrelevant.
I would kill Jasper because I don't know him.
Fuck Jacob, marry Edward.
Oh, I was considering doing the reverse.
Edward's a vampire and it's clean, no STDs or anything.
Well, Jacob doesn't have STDs.
Well, he's more likely to have them.
What is that? Why? Why?
Because vampires don't come, I don't think, in Twilight. Or maybe
they don't?
They did because they did have a baby at the end. But that was like a special circumstance.
Well, how does the baby happen then?
I read this movie such a long time ago.
Okay, so without the whole coming thing.
I would probably marry Edward and fuck Jacob, I guess. Because Edward is filthy rich. And
is he?
Yeah, his family is super rich.
Oh, that changes things.
Yeah.
I was gonna marry Jacob because I like dogs.
I'll say you're a furry then.
He's not a furry. He's just a wolf half the time.
I mean, who's to say?
Also, he has has muscles. Physically, he's more of my type. I don't like skinny, pale, lanky guys.
The reason why I marry Edward is because he just has so much knowledge. So I think he can share that with me.
I don't know Twilight that well, but like, is his family kind of dysfunctional? Because I don't want to deal with that.
I think so from the books. From what I can remember.
I'm gonna go with my furry instincts and marry Jacob. I'll just have like a bunch of dogs with me as like a family, and it'll be cute.
Yes.
And I'll fuck Edward just to say I did. And then from another popular series, this time I'm aging the characters up so that they're appropriate for us, okay? Grown up Harry Potter, grown up Ron Weasley, grown up Cedric Diggory.
Cedric Diggory.
He's the captain.
I know, but he was
Hufflepuff.
Barely mentioned.
But he seems like a chill dude. He's
No,
just
he
a nice
does.
dude. That's why I would want to marry him.
You know what? I probably would marry Ron. I'm a Ron stan.
Aww.
From the books. Yeah. Ron to me was such a great character.
That's a good... And he's loyal, too.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what?
I would probably kill off Harry Potter because that kid was so much trouble.
You know what? Okay.
I'm sorry.
I will agree with you. I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna marry Ron. I'm gonna fuck Cedric and I'm gonna enjoy it. And then I'm gonna kill Harry.
Poor Harry. Oh god.
I don't think he would be good marriage material.
I do remember that in the end Harry does have kids.
So?
No, I'm telling you, they have kids and that child goes to Hogwarts as well.
Yeah, but how's that relevant to whether I want to fuck him or not?
I'm just saying you're basically erasing that path, the future.
Oh, I don't care.
Oh,
I don't support J.K. Rowling.
Cold-hearted bitch. Oh, there you go.
From the A Court of Thorns and Roses series, Tamlin, Rhysand, Lucian.
Okay, obviously I would marry Rhysand.
I would marry Rhysand too because he has money. It'll be annoying for him to always be like, it's your choice, no matter what. But at least, like, I guess I'll have some agency compared to, like, if I was with Tamlin. That would
He's
suck.
rich.
I would kill Tamlin. I would fuck Lucian. I would marry Rhysand.
Same.
I would want to fuck Cassian.
I do too.
Like, out of all of them, I would want to fuck Cassian for sure.
Big boys.
Does he have wings?
They both have wings.
Ooh, I would stroke them. From the Raven Cycle, these characters are aged up, okay? Gansey, Ronan, Adam.
Oh!
That's right, you gotta choose. Let me think about mine.
Oh my god. Can I just like remove myself from the board?
No, you cannot. You have to answer. I would marry Gansey. I liked him the best. I would fuck Ronan only because I think he would be better in bed than Adam. Adam's the bottom, so two bottoms can't work out. So I'm gonna go with Ronan. And Adam, I'm gonna kill because all he does is complain that he's poor.
Shut up! That's so rude!
So I'm gonna put him out of his misery.
I can't even. I would probably marry Adam.
You're into soft boys, aren't you?
Fuck Ronan, and unfortunately kill off Gansey. And then hopefully Cape's Water can bring him back to life again, because Cape's Water did it before, so Cape's Water can do it again.
Well, thanks for letting me hang out at your place. Thanks for letting me sleep with you. And thanks for coming onto my channel.
Thanks for inviting me and exposing me.
Go ahead and subscribe to him and unsubscribe for me instead. Goodbye.
Don't do that.
I wanna be a baby.